I'm Nick Quinlan. This is my wife, Hannah. We live in Bondurant, Iowa, and have 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl.
Oh, no!
And I didn't really know I was depressed until she mentioned it to me, and it probably wasn't even until we had our second when she realized that I was acting completely differently. And
I noticed mostly he was very kind of withdrawn from us and just seeming off. He was kind of short and irritable, which isn't like him. He's very patient. He's the elementary school teacher, so he's very patient with kids. It really started with our first son, who wasn't the best of babies. He loved his mom, but not so much my husband. And he was a breastfed baby who refused a bottle. I was working an odd shift as a nurse, and it really took a toll on their relationship and their bonding, and I just don't feel that bonding was happening the way he had hoped. And it's just kind of spiraled from there. So I deal with postpartum anxiety, and I talk to my patients about all this a lot. I'm not as familiar with it being in men, but I knew it was a possibility, and really just talking to him and bringing it forward was almost enough to kind of get him to get out of the funk and realize like what really needed to happen, what changes needed to be made, and us having those conversations about how difficult it really was.
Come on, Kenji. You know, like when it was in the moment, I didn't notice I was doing any of that stuff, like being withdrawn and being irritable. I knew I was super frustrated because, like she said, her hours were weird. I'd meet her at in the parking ramp, grab Brooks, we'd come home, and it'd be crying until she got home at 7:30, so like 4.5 hours. And I think as a new parent, that's not like you knew the crying was going to happen, but it was just me, and I didn't have like any outlet. But the only thing was, I know I need to feed him. Well, we just fed him, or we just changed a diaper, so I was just like really limited in my tools. And so it just was extremely frustrating and extremely disheartening because, you know, as new parents, everyone looks for like, can't wait to do it. And you set these expectations for yourself, and then to feel like I just was failing. And I thought I was hiding it pretty well, and I clearly was not.
There can often be some hesitancy for the non-delivering partner to speak up about their feelings, whether it's shame, embarrassment, just kind of an uncertainty in what they're experiencing, because it at this moment in time does not seem to be something that society has really accepted as a diagnosis, and in fact, affects up to 10% of non-delivering spouses. But they should know that they should speak up so that they can be the best, most supportive parent, supportive spouse, and supportive family member that they can be.
Knowing that postpartum depression in females and men, as well as postpartum anxiety, is so prevalent, but we don't really talk about it, is part of the issue. So knowing that you can talk to your partner, you can talk to your providers, your OBs, friends, family, that's really important. So have that, know that it's okay, and know that you can talk about that.
But yeah, when she told me that's what I had, that really helped, like just finally like putting words to it instead of just going, God, why do I suck at this? Or why am I so unhappy we just had a kid? But once you kind of at least know what's going on, you can do things to help. But we got through it, and it does get better. But yeah, it just takes some time.